Have you ever wondered what it would mean if everything you think you know about who you are turned out to be a lie? What if I told you that your name, your story, your fears, your desires aren't truly yours? What if at the very center of your being there existed a forgotten truth, a pure vibration buried under layer upon layer of conditioning? It's no coincidence that you're watching this video. Something in you has brought you here. A part of you that's been sleeping in silence and is now beginning to awaken. And that part knows that the reality you live in is not the whole truth. There is something more, something they never told you, something you weren't meant to remember. We live in a world that has perfected the art of forgetting. From the moment we're born, we're taught to look outward, to follow rules, to fit in, to obey. But nobody teaches us to remember who we were before the masks, before the traumas, even before language itself. This is not a new teaching. It's an ancient technique, silenced and even persecuted for centuries. A practice that doesn't add anything but reveals, that doesn't teach but activates, that doesn't inform but awakens. Imagine for a moment that everything you need to live a full, free, connected, authentic life already lies within you. Not as a pretty theory, but as a buried memory waiting to ignite. The technique I'm about to share wasn't created, it was remembered. It was born in silence, in contact with the invisible, practiced by initiates and guardians of the soul, beings who understood that true freedom is not won on the outside, but discovered within. And precisely for that reason, it was hidden, because when a human being remembers their essence, they become uncontrollable. And that terrifies those who crave power. I repeat, this is not just another video. You are not here by chance. You are here because a part of you is ready to cross a threshold that will carry you beyond the beliefs you inherited, beyond the roles you accepted, beyond the identities imposed on you. What you're about to discover is not a magic trick. It is a call, an echo, a frequency inviting you to return home, your true home. If you dare to follow this journey to the end, you will not emerge the same. This video is a mirror reflecting not who you appear to be, but who you truly are. Here, you won't find quick formulas or empty promises, but you will find truth. A truth that vibrates, that burns, that liberates the truth of your soul. So breathe and prepare yourself, because you are about to remember something your mind has forgotten, but your heart has never ceased knowing. Now that we've opened this door, and you've felt the first echo of that vibration sleeping inside you, I want us to go even deeper, because there is an essential dimension intimately linked to this ancient practice, a dimension that almost nobody mentions. It is the vibrational language of the soul. It cannot be expressed in words, argued with the mind, or transmitted through books. It is perceived, intuited, felt. This language is not mental, logical, or structured. It predates all of that. It is a frequency of truth, recognized without explanation, like when you enter a room and instantly know the vibe is off, or when you meet someone and, without exchanging a word, you know you can trust them. That is the kind of wisdom I'm talking about. And the most astounding thing is that we are all born with this capacity. But we lose it because society rewards reason over perception. We're taught to think, not to feel, to doubt, not to sense, to obey, not to listen inwardly. When the soul is awake, it doesn't need to speak. Simply being present is enough for it to communicate, sometimes through physical sensations, sometimes through inner images, or even through subtle shifts in the energy around you. This is where many get confused. They look for signs outside, but the most powerful signal is the one your own vibrational field emits. This brings us to a crucial point. Your energy speaks louder than your words. Always. When you're disconnected, you can chant positive affirmations all day long and nothing changes. Why? Because vibration never lies. And when you are aligned with your truth, even silence transforms. People feel it. Situations rearrange themselves. Decisions flow. This is a key few truly understand. Vibration precedes manifestation. You don't attract what you desire with the mind, but with what you project with your being. And this is what shifts when you activate this technique. Your baseline frequency elevates, cleanses, and refines, and you begin to draw in a different kind of experience. Not through effort, but because you can no longer hold on to what doesn't resonate with you. At this point, I want to introduce an ancient, sacred concept that is all but forgotten but vital: the body as a vibrational temple. This practice not only awakens your soul, but also tunes your body as an instrument. The soul requires a clear channel to express itself, and that channel is you. Your body is the antenna, your emotions the field, your breath the gateway. That is why this technique, seemingly intangible, has very tangible effects. It returns you to the present, cleanses you, sets you right. You may experience tremors, sudden tears, or an inexplicable emptiness. All of it is part of the process. For when something ancient activates, everything out of coherence with that truth begins to emerge. It is not comfortable, but it is real, and it is purifying. This is where many abandon the path, because awakening the soul does not always feel like light and love. Sometimes it feels like chaos, like a loss of meaning, as if everything familiar starts to collapse. And yes, it must, because for your true essence to surface, what concealed it must first fall away. But if you have the courage to cross that threshold without fleeing, without distraction, without disguise, something extraordinary arises. A peace that doesn't depend on external circumstances, a certainty that needs no proof. A clarity born not of thought, but of being. And this is only the beginning, for there is still so much to explore. The frequencies of the heart, the art of living in resonance, the bond between soul and purpose, and how to use this practice to craft a life that not only belongs to you, but feels utterly and profoundly your own. So stay with me, breathe, feel, and prepare, because what comes next will touch corners of you you've never known. We stand only at the threshold. The deepest revelations are about to unfold. Now that we have descended to this level where masks, theories, and borrowed narratives fall away, now that you feel your soul whispering clearly amidst the noise, it is time to hand you the final key, the one that opens the portal to everything else. And it is this: the vibration of the soul creates real time. Yes, I know it sounds strange, but listen closely. When you're disconnected, time becomes a prison. You're either trapped in the past, reliving old wounds and memories, or you're projecting into the future, trying to control what hasn't yet come. But when you awaken your soul's original frequency, time expands. The present becomes eternal, and that present turns into the only place where power truly resides. I'm not referring to being in the here and now as a spiritual trend. I'm talking about merging with the moment until the separation between you and life dissolves. It is right there, in that living present, that you begin to manifest from the soul, not through effort, not through forced visualization, but through a pure intention that flows from within and materializes without friction. It's as if the universe no longer requires signals, requests, or plans, because you are the signal and you are the plan. And here, the most profound thing of all occurs. When you live from that vibration, what once seemed impossible begins to seek you out. You don't have to chase, you don't have to prove, you don't have to compete. You only have to remain grounded in the truth already pulsing in you. Vibration orders everything. It attracts everything. It synchronizes everything. Look around you now. This moment, this simple encounter with yourself, is not ordinary. It is a sacred choice, an opening few allow themselves. And if you have come this far, it isn't mere curiosity, it is because your soul has begun to remember. And that remembrance doesn't end here. In fact, it truly begins now, because what you've felt in this video, that expansion, that clarity, that peace, is not something external. It is you. You always have been. This video has only returned to you what you never lost. It was merely asleep, hidden, waiting for your presence to awaken it. And now that you know, you cannot go back. So I invite you to do more than watch this video. I invite you to anchor this truth, to seal it. How? By writing in the comments this phrase, "I vibrate from the soul." It is an energetic declaration, a collective activation. Each time someone writes it, a frequency ignites that transcends the digital. This is not simply a community. It is a circle of awakened memories, and you are part of it. And if anything you have heard here has stirred something in you, if you have felt even a single second of truth, subscribe. Not for algorithms or for just another channel, but for yourself, because this does not end here. More codes, more keys, more frequencies that activate what the world wants to keep asleep are yet to come. And now, let me bid you farewell as you deserve. Close your eyes for a moment, breathe, and listen. You are not your story. You are not your fears. You are not what they told you you must be. You are a universe walking in human form. You are the spark, the fire, the cosmic dance in motion. You are a unique vibration the world needs, not to fit in, but to resonate. And if ever you doubt, if you ever forget, return here, because this is not just a goodbye. It is a reminder. So I will not say farewell. I will say, see you on the frequency. We will meet again where the soul sings, where truth needs no words, and where you finally remember yourself. Until then, traveler of the soul, and remember, the invisible is watching.